So Black Panther Wakanda Forever might be a bigger movie than we all really thought it was going to be. Let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? It's Simp. Welcome back to the channel, and following up on how the Eternals movie sets up Black Panther 2, I wanted to also discuss how the movie can introduce us to Doctor Doom, or at least plant the seeds for his introduction in the very near future. So it's been rumored once again that Doctor Doom is going to have some sort of impact in the Black Panther 2 story, and this is largely in part of a casting that was discovered by Daniel RPK, a very trustworthy source at this point. The leak is that Lake Bell is playing Lucia von Bardas, who is connected to Victor Von Doom. Now, we have technically seen, heard Lake Bell before in the MCU, as she voiced Black Widow in the What If series. And personally, I thought she did a great job. She was probably the best fill-in voice actor for the show. Now, in the comics, her character that she's playing in Black Panther was a Latvian politician who served as the Prime Minister for Victor Von Doom. Of course, though, there was more to her, as she was known for funding villains in the United States and eventually turned herself into a cyborg after S.H.I.E.L.D. attempted to kill her and failed. Why this is so important, though, is because in the MCU, Latveria appears to be a country that was reborn according to Zemo. In Avengers Age of Ultron, though Ultron is defeated, Sokovia is completely wiped out. And so fast forward to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Zemo mentions, "I heard what became of Sokovia, cannibalized by its neighbors before the land was cleared of rubble, erased from the map." Being that Sokovia is a made-up country along with Latveria, and they're supposed to be relatively in the same region of the world, it's possible that Sokovia was renamed and reformed into Latveria, and the person who was behind all of this was, of course, Doctor Doom himself. Like Zemo said, erased from the map, meaning that someone took over it or the name was changed. Through the use of his intellect and technology, Doom could have turned Latveria from poverty into a social and economic dominant country. I mean, think about it, it's the perfect seeds to build his arrival years before we actually see the iconic mask on screen. You have a large, empty landmass and tons of displaced refugees made to feel nationless and unwanted by the world. And history has taught us that this is where people are taken advantage of and leaders become reborn, a lot of time in a terrible way. Now, this isn't the first time the MCU has taken an event or plot point from back in the day and expanded upon it to make it a key aspect in future projects. According to the same rumor and source, Doom's role is very minor, and the movie uses him to imply that the war between Wakanda and Atlantis was because of his interference. How and why we don't know, but vibranium might be a key factor, of course, with the Wakandans involved. I mentioned in the last video how the celestial emergence could have made way for more vibranium to appear, with all the earthquakes that happened as well, so we'll find out. I also wonder if Doom will make his armor out of vibranium. The report doesn't confirm if Doom will actually make an appearance or not, although the production team is reportedly working on a Doom costume as well. Now, this doesn't really mean that he would be in the movie, and there have been no inklings of a potential casting for Doom, but knowing Marvel, they could have really kept this one under wraps, and at the very least, this costume design is certainly a confirmation for Doom's introduction, and it's coming sooner than we think. With all the reports and information about the Fantastic Four reboot and Secret Wars wanting to be made down the line possibly as soon as Avengers 5, Doom's introduction is even more important since he plays a key role in the Secret Wars event trying to steal the power of the Beyonder. One thing I'm interested in seeing is if they decide to do a Disney Plus show or Doctor Doom movie. We have yet seen a solely villain origin story project in the MCU, with the closest being Thanos in Infinity War. And if they were to go that route, it would give us a great look into what is known as one of Marvel Comics' greatest villains. So let me know your thoughts about Doctor Doom being introduced in the MCU, and post all your theories about Latveria and Victor in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at AnotherMarvelG for all daily news and updates. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and if you like Marvel, the MCU, comics, and everything in between, subscribe to the channel. Other than that, I just want to say thank you. I'm another Marvel guy, and I'll catch y'all on a blip.